Hello, students, and this is a presentation on the Mammoth sunflower. I took pictures of it this morning. This is in my backyard, and it was early enough in the morning that the sun wasn't too bright and it was low in the sky to make these nice looking shadows. And so I'm going to show you the sunflower from a few different angles, and we're going to look at some of the parts of the sunflower. So there is a view from below looking up at the sunflower, and it is a quite vivid uh, flower. Look how large it is. Now, maybe you can't tell how large it is from the scale in the picture, but this is very big. This is bigger than your dinner plate. And yeah, it's not ready to produce sunflower seeds quite yet, but it is still growing. And I'm going to keep coming out here and taking photos, and you can see this mammoth sunflower as it continues to mature. I'll point out a couple things in this picture. Number one, you see this leaf right here? Yeah, the leaf is what does the work of capturing the sunlight, which is how plants feed themselves. So that's why they create leaves. And the more leaves they have, the more sunlight they can capture. And so there's this leaf, and I actually realized it's kind of in the way of our good photo. I'd like to have a nice photo of the whole sunflower. So next time I'm going to come out and trim right here. You see there? I'm going to snip it with my shears, and maybe we'll get a picture of the entire sunflower without a blurry leaf sticking out, and maybe it'll fill in with more petals right here. Yeah, so that I wanted to point out. And the other thing, actually, I can't move my mouse pointer because it'll cover it up. But if you look down in the bottom left of your screen toward the center, you'll see that hole. And that is a hole where insects have eaten into the sunflower leaf. Occasionally, those little insects will fly in and chomp for a little while and then leave. I guess they don't like the sunflower too much because there's not too many holes. But let's look at the next photo here. This was from a little higher, and just like that angle, it almost looks like the sun coming up from behind the horizon. See that? Like it's morning time. There's the sun rising. That's why they call it the sunflower. It looks a lot like a sun. And here is the final page of this slideshow, and I've labeled the parts of the sunflower. And I'll just go through them for you one at a time. First of all, sunflower seeds. That's what you guys have all heard about, sunflower seeds, and I bet most of you have tried them. And the sunflower seeds are all in this big center area of the flower. I actually don't know the scientific name for this part, but this is where there are hundreds, if not 1,000 seeds. I don't even know. But right now, the seeds are still growing. They wouldn't come out right if you tried to eat the seeds. You got to give them time, just like everything. You've got to let them grow until they mature, and then you can take them out and eat them. And also, the birds want to come eat them too. So I got to make sure to get my sunflower seeds before the birds come and pick them all away. So let's talk now about more of the parts of the sunflower, and I'll first show you, well, all the parts that come on every plant, and that's what this sunflower is, a plant, just like all other plants. So let's start with the stalk. See the stalk, and every time I move my mouse, it covers the word. I'm going to have to be smarter when I make these presentations and put the words in a different place. But you see stalk, and there's an arrow pointed to it, and that is another name for it is the stem. But with a big plant like this, which is over my head, by the way, this is up in the sky, uh, you call it a stalk because it's thicker. And then you see branch right here, and it's pointing down to a branch, and that is smaller than the stalk. You can see that individual branch is holding up a leaf, and which I'll point out here, leaves. And we have arrows pointing to the leaves. And as I said earlier, the job of the leaf is to capture the sunlight in order to produce its food in a process called photosynthesis that you'll learn about. The next part of the plant, we're going to look over here, the petals. petals. And there's a T in there. Don't say petals like a bike pedal. This is petals. And the petals are the part of the flower that attracts the insects. Because, yes, this sunflower needs those bees, needs those insects to come and help pollinate the flowers. So that's why flowers have colors. They're bright and colorful so the insects can see them. And yeah, those petals look very flashy right now. We're going to watch this sunflower as it matures. I don't know how much longer it's going to take, but this might be reaching its prime. It might grow a little bit bigger and more vibrant and look even more alive. But that will change and it will start to droop and start to lose its color, and the seeds will start to dry out, and then we'll start thinking about harvesting those sunflower seeds. So, what I'd like you to do is draw a diagram or a picture of a mammoth sunflower. And I don't have a picture that I drew with my own marker, but I want you to look at the real thing and just do the best you can to draw your own image. You can draw it growing out of the ground. You can just draw the flower itself, like this picture. You just see the flower, you don't really see the plant. It is up to you. So there you go. There's your assignment, the mammoth sunflower.